We got our second season of Fallout, and while overall it brought impactful storylines with plenty of Easter eggs to nerd out over, Fallout Season 2 refuses to commit to consequences for characters in canon and in structure, making it feel like too much of not enough. Ultimately, my biggest issue is with Maximus. His narrative is sidelined and lacks any high-stake decisions. In the third act, we see Maximus fight the Deathclaws alone. And it's not the brand recognition of the NCR, it's not holding off the Deathclaws for the ghouls, it's when he gets out and is still willing to fight that he inspires the bartender to fight with him. Maximus becomes the very thing he's always aspired to be without the suit, and he doesn't even know it, which makes it matter even more. Yet we could have taken out all of Season 2's Brotherhood of Steel storyline, and the epic moment would still make sense. It's unfortunate that 1/3 of Season 2 is plot devices to get Maximus back with the rest of the gang. I like the concept of him being alone, deciding things for himself, what matters. However, it gets bogged down by the politics and bureaucracy of the Brotherhood of Steel. His big catalyst in protecting the children was impulsive decision, where the consequences ended right when they began. Compare that to the Ghoul, who had to save Lucy from the Legion while also preserving what's left of the NCR. We get to sit with the choices that the Ghoul is making and explore what that means to him while understanding the nuances of his character. This repeats itself whenever he chooses his family over Lucy. With the Ghoul, time isn't being wasted. Characters are driving the story while the plot affects them. Seeing the apathetic side of the Brotherhood of Steel was important. Not letting Maximus make his own decisions is what failed the pacing of the show. On the other side, you have the world itself. Not choosing an ending from the video game never allows the world to actually interact with the narrative, making it a core problem for this season. I've heard people say this is like a fifth ending, but I don't actually agree with that. The producers called it a fog of war. 15 years after the events of the game, what if everyone thought they had won? I'll admit, that sounds kind of interesting for about 2 seconds. Then I have to ask, why does Season 2 look like I started a new game? There were real consequences to beating Fallout New Vegas, and how come we're not seeing any of that? This all comes off as trying to keep everyone happy, and in doing so, no one gets what they want. Lucy is the fresh take on the Wasteland. She is the player character. Her journey could have matched that of the Courier's hunt for Benny. By picking an ending, the environment would be a reflection of Lucy. She doesn't know if she wants revenge or justice with her father. And I'm gonna say something crazy, but I think even the Legion ending, we could have had more of an impact in the overall season. Lucy is just like Maximus, spending too much time under the influence or making impulsive decisions. We don't ever see her make a choice on her own for all of Act 2. Unlike her brother Norm, who starts off with a lie and we have to watch him navigate with that pretense. All this makes Act 3 a safety net for the entire season. Lucy has the most poetic moment with Hank. She is ready to dispense her own justice onto him, convinced he was right all along. But Hank's last moments are to protect the innocence of his daughter, pressing the button for her to keep her from becoming him, leaving her in a yellow dress to symbolize optimism for the future. In the end, they did change one another for the best. However, I don't need the rest of the season to understand that. Lucy experiences her entire character arc in Act 3 alone, leaving the world to mainly serve as Easter eggs and references. The practical sets for this season bring the Commonwealth to life. There is a 1-to-1 shot of the NCR poster child shooting a sniper rifle. All that fan service, but none of the substance to go along with it. I was left feeling like I always needed more, but already had enough. At times, honestly, forcing myself through episodes, which is why I'd have to give Fallout Season 2 a 7 out of 10. Until next time, play nice.